Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's going to take a shot right away. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
That's a really nice throw. You think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has this skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Fires to the big fella. Tackled after picking up the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
They'll throw it on first down. Right down the middle. Hauls it in. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Pressure coming. He's got his man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. second and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. He's looking to throw. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. The offense set for a first down play. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Got his man quickly. At the 35, he's open. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
He'll keep it himself. He has the first and still on his feet. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Going up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And that's good enough for a first down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Georgia 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll go to the air. They're bringing heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Pulls it in inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. Trying to barge their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Fourth and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? On the option. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And how about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. Fourth down situation, and the offense comes through, playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They go right back to it. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. And as a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
The incompletion on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. He'll ride his man on the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets it out fast. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot up over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. From the gun, looking for a man. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires toward the end zone. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
They'll give it to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Touchdown, Ohio State! The special teams with a special moment.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Pulls it in on the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And that ball is picked off. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. What a huge call there. They had the turnover. Instead, the roughing the passer call takes it all away. Ready, break. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Just like the end of the game, the first half can finish up with a defensive penalty, so there will be one more untimed down. Ready? Out, 55, weak. Lasso. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Get a shot toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They go to the draw. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, we had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I know the passing game sells. The passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
And it's incomplete on third down.
Well, third and short, the offense dials up the screen, expecting the pass rush to come upfield man-to-man, but it just simply does not work. Defense stays home, and they force the incompletion.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Hand off from the shotgun. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. A shot toward the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Marshall is ahead right now in Huntington, but that's not exactly Randy Moss out there controlling this game. Things are a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over the Sharks. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. He wants to throw it. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That last completion sets him up on second down.
Let's put 6 on the board, fellas.
He's looking to throw. Picked off. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D.
Slide 22. Slide. Double right.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Finds a man by himself. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Nice job by the quarterback. Hey, the defense is going to let your big tight end be wide open like that. You will take that throw all day long, and they do for a big gain.
Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Brings up the 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal for this offense. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the stomping.
Ohio State. Number 5.
Really nice job by awareness, too, from that guy. He's working the back line of the end zone. It's so easy to step out of bounds there, but he knew where it was, and when he made the catch, he made sure just to get one toe down to secure the TD.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking for room, it's Proctor. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Ohio State 31, Georgia 0.
First down to start the drive after the break.
Here we go.
He wants to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
He's going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
At this point, it's a lot about pride for this offense. They're just trying to find a way to get on the board. They have been shut out. That last incompletion, I mean, they're now trying to take shots and see if they can just come up with...
Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
4-2 Spider.
To the air on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Power football with the run. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal.
Longer.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He caught it. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for the score. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field, score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Using his legs, it's Proctor. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires on the move. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going back to the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
A strike downfield. This senior showing great toughness, takes the hit, and still puts the ball on target.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Keeps it on the bootleg. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
Third and goal coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the try is no good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer instead. They're still way, way behind.
34, Georgia, 0.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking the shot. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Makes the catch. It's Proctor. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where they're...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. He's looking to throw. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On the ready.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, you know, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
He'll do it himself. Keeps it and gets the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to